I've recently begun baking my own bread again. I've done this off and on for the past couple of years, but I've committed to making it a regular part of my routine. Even though it would be easier to just buy bread from the store, I found the practice of making it myself to be very calming. Feeling the dough work in my hands, shaping an appetizing loaf, and having that intoxicating, fresh baked bread smell permeate my home are pleasures I don't want to pass up. Most importantly, the warm, comforting taste of a fresh slice makes the effort more than worth it. Ever since I was a little girl, I've been drawn to the old ways of doing things, carrying a deep nostalgia for a time since gone in my heart. While many of my childhood imaginings of the past were often romanticized, at the core of them was a longing of an old soul in a young heart. It's often fashionable these days to see the past as negative, but while every era has had its share of darkness and pain, I think nostalgia is still a valid, even necessary emotion. Unfortunately, it is our curse as humans to fail to appreciate the beauty and goodness of the present moment. The sad reality is that we often don't notice the blessings around us until they're gone, sometimes irrevocable. Nostalgia is a natural response to that. While it can sometimes over-romanticize the good old days, nostalgia is the needed, if delayed, appreciation of goodness past. I will be teaching some writing classes this semester, and in preparation for that, I've been taking a deep look into one of the greatest imaginations of the 20th century, that of J.R.R. Tolkien. Grieved over the evils of the modern era, Tolkien could not escape the inner drive to recover old truths that had all but been snuffed out in the wasteland of war, death, and rampant mechanization. His response to all this? To create a true myth, not true in the sense of being literal history, but a story that embodied ageless truths that he believed would be the salvation of humankind in a post-war world. At the end of the day, I think my drive to create art echoes the anemoia that filled Tolkien's myth. I create art out of a longing for peace, as a way of expressing the heart spurs I feel when my imagination catches glimpses of forgotten beauties. I think art functions in at least two different ways. It either responds to the present, stirring the imagination to think about how things should be, or it curates the best of the past, inspiring nostalgia as it recovers the best of what has gone before. My art often expresses the latter, I think. At least that's the drive I feel in my heart when I sit down to paint. It's a very elvish activity, isn't it? In Middle-earth, the elves were similar to the monks of the Middle Ages, preserving the beauty and goodness of Middle-earth and the belief in its creator, even as Sauron's shadow grew ever stronger around them. They inspire me to be a gatekeeper of beauty, to protect the past, the best of it, and to keep others from forgetting it. Wherever you are, I hope that beauty brings you comfort this day or night. I will see you next time. Bye.